Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Harmon Warhol bringing you another episode of the Harmon Warhol Show. I'm also known as the podcast Poppy, or but yeah, Harmon Warhol, and I have a great guest, returning guest. I had not only, like I said before, he's a father, he's a great spirit, he's a rapper, artist, entrepreneur. Yeah. He's also an enthusiast of unlocking your potential power.
Ooh, ooh.
My friend, Mad Spill.
What's up, man?
You like that pause?
Oh, I love that. What's good? We're here. We're back.
For sure. But yeah, I'm glad that you came back on the podcast again. It's been a minute actually looking back from that one show that we had.
That Zion I show.
Yeah, the Zion I show. That went well. And then you've been out here, you kind of, after our podcast, you kind of did your own thing. I think you were concentrating on some stuff. What happened?
Oh, yeah. Man, pretty much it's like interpersonal things like personal life stuff, you know. I feel like it's healthy as an artist to like sometimes take a hiatus.
Yeah.
And
step away
and get your spirit right, so that you can come back and make better art.
Yeah.
Like that was like a great show. Like that was a crazy good performance. So I was like, okay, I'm at a peak right now. Like, I'm at a really good social high. Like I want to use this good energy as momentum to put it, like reinvest this energy into myself.
Yeah.
Like leave on a good note and come back with some better art.
Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, I performed at that same show. I had to talk to Dialect, and I was like, and he's just like, bro, that shit made all the work we've been working for like worth it, bro. Because we had a good show. People showed out. We had hella fun. We even had to like for like a couple of weeks. We were just like, damn, bro, it still feels good from that show. Don't you still feel good? I'm like, yeah, bro, I still feel good as fuck from that show. You're like, damn, bro, like you need that kind of energy to hit you, you know, every now and then, and it help, like, you know, really help you and build you and make you a better artist. Yeah. All right, so that's what's up. And then you released a project. You actually got some promo from Yuck Nasty. Was it QI or is it Key or was it Key? Okay, cool.
Yeah. QI. Key ultimately means energy.
Yeah.
And it's a
Chi? Is it Chi?
It is a derivative of Chi and Tai Chi, but in certain cultures, it is also referred to Qi Gong, which is similar to Tai Chi, but it's a different movement, different purpose.
Different flow. But
different
redirecting
flow.
energy.
Redirecting energy. So the first song on Qi is Qi, but it's spelled K-E-Y.
Yeah.
So it's a play on the whole project. And the song taps into the title of the whole project, which explains it, meaning the song is pretty much about, you know, it says, tell me what you think about a nigga like me. I don't give a fuck. We're not on the same key. In music, key
that's like three different acts.
It's a whole triple entendre in itself, you know. So like keys in music are, you know, notes and pitches. So it's the same thing. It's all energy, man. So yeah, keys tight. People responded to it well. It's a fun project.
I like it. I listened back to it again this morning. My dad, before we went to work out, and he was bouncing to it and everything.
Yeah, you know.
But you even stuck in some cool shit too. You know what I mean? You had that song. Was it "I'm King" or was it something like that? Or "We're Kings" or "King" shit? I don't fucking know.
The slower one is
King, but like you know what I mean?
The quick, The bouncy one is Key, and it does talk about being king as well.
Yeah, but you said, and then where's my queens?
Where are my queens at? You know? So trying to tap into both the masculine and feminine energy. Yeah. And trying to connect with everyone, because it's such a performance song. So when I did it, I
saw it. We can have clips.
Yep. Go check it out. Go check it out right now.
Right now. It'll be on there. Bro.
Right now.
But
yeah, it's such a performance song. So when I wrote it, I was like, at the end, I want to make something that people can listen to and feel themselves in it. Like, you know, people make. I think being an artist, somehow it has its narcissistic qualities, you know. So it's like, just sometimes, right? You know, like it's all about me. It's
I have a show, and it's called The Harmon Warhol Show.
You know, like when you're an artist, a lot of times we personify our art.
Yeah.
Big ego projection. Like this is my song, but like I wanted to make songs that people can hear themselves singing too. Like so, I wanted to address the other people. Like if you're listening to this, you know, you feel like you're a king, you feel like you're a queen. I like this song. You know, it's like you hear yourself in the song.
On that note, because like me, I feel that energy of being king and stuff, but then at the other time too, because like it's so weird. Like as growing up as a kid, right? I always had problems of wanting to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? Like there's be times where my dad wanted me to be great as being a leader or being a role model for others, and I didn't mind being like, cause like baseball wise, like I wouldn't mind of showing people how to do the work and what to do, but I didn't want to talk to people and try to influence them, because even at a young age, I kind of realized like you can influence people in a negative or positive way, and I don't want to sway nobody. So moving energy too, you know what I mean? Like I had an advertising degree, and they make you teach like fucking just economics and just like I had to learn about religions and all this shit. And then you got to kind of create your own like what's the word? It's like sensibility, like sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your what's the fucking called? Man, like not sympathy. There's other words.
Like empathy?
Not empathy either. It's like what's your ecological status or state, whatever. Like you know what I mean. You gotta fucking, you know, like what are your boundaries? You know, how do you influence people? You know what I'm saying? And like it was kind of hard for me because I'm like, man, bro, I'm like, if we use these tools, they help you be. You could use them in the wrong way. I'm like, bro, if that's what our job is and that's what we're doing, bro, like I'm going all in because you gotta understand I'm a competitive dude. That's why, and I don't like that because I saw like seeing like how that would turn on me. You know?
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Is that what you kind of like are like energies? Like that's how I look at energies. You know what I'm saying?
I think you have a good point when you talk about
like
influencing people sometimes past their natural state, like where influencing becomes imprinting, and sometimes there is a thin line between how far you go when it comes to like, okay, I want to educate you versus I want to make you like me or something.
Yeah,
like, and that's not even, and that's not even the intention. But there are people that use that energy sometimes because they do want to maybe change others.
Yeah.
So I think for me, when I speak of like king energy or queen energy, I think it's less about like being like the old version of what imperialism would entitle being a king or a queen, which is like ruling over people. But also self-control, like self-mastery.
You're king of yourself.
Yeah, and because you're a king of yourself and you have total control over your energy, you now better govern your people.
Ooh, that's nice.
Like you work with your people.
Yeah, you don't work
instead of over them.
Yeah, you know, it's even as being a leader, like you know what I mean. A leader is not someone who tells people what to do. It's like help, like shows people what to do.
Shows
and do it, like,
works
you know,
with them.
Yeah.
Not a boss.
Yeah,
but a leader.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly,
a team
bro.
member. You know, like the best boss or manager I ever had was when I worked at the Delta College Flea Market. His name was Charles. Is Charles? He still works there. You can holler at him. He's super cool, man.
Shout out to Charles.
Shouts out to Charles, man. Man, like for real, like I've had so many jobs, and I could probably keep him at the top because he did the work with us. Sometimes more work. Like he'd go above and beyond because he cared about the quality of the work, and he never saw us as separate. Although he's our supervisor, we are doing the same job as a whole. Because without one person, the job is a teamwork oriented job.
You're good as your weakest link.
Exactly.
All that stuff is just so funny to me because it is kind of corny to me, but it means so much if you apply it the proper way, and you know what I mean. You have to have good communication with people, and that's why I'm just saying like with me to grow or talk to people or direct my energy, it's really hard. Like I have to have some sort of interest, and I'm biased in that because I know a lot of people kind of just try to help everybody or whatever they can do for whoever. I'm very selective, you know what I mean? Like even like this, you know what I mean? Like bro, I feel your shit, you know, I feel your energy, like I'm saying. So I'm willing to like go ahead and collab on anything, you know what I mean? And let's see what grows. And then like if you ever need help or anything, like let's see how we direct this energy to help. Like that's the same why I fuck with Rebel Activity, you know what I'm saying? Like they help me redirect that energy in the right way, or at least keep a thought of mind of how I should move, you know what I'm saying? So
like how to create the best representation of yourself, like through your art though. I see art as a representation of who we are, you know. So like how to make the best quality representation of your energy out in the world.
When you look back at it, when I look back, I'm like, bro, look at that video I made for myself, and it was a music video with me with a GoPro. And I'm like, I came a long way, nigga. I ain't got just a GoPro no more.
I got a Canon now.
Nigga, I lost 3 GoPros to this camera. Man, I'm so dumb, bro.
Leveled up, experience points. It ain't P points granted. Right?
Start getting buttons and shit. Stop it, motherfucker.
Leveled up.
Bro, we gotta make a video game, bro. Animators, hit us up. We ain't got no monies right now, but you know, we'll figure it out one day.
Man, you know what I need for animation? I need some kind of talent trade system for in the place of monetary capitalism. Like I'm so tired.
Okay, wait, hold up, bro. Before you go on, what the fuck did you just say?
All right. In more vernacular terms for the people out there. So the world of money is in my personal opinion, but also in some statistical facts that we could get into later, is a system created to keep people marginalized, right?
Yeah.
So, when you're an artist and you have ideas, prolific, revolutionary ideas,
Yeah.
and you want to maybe create, let's say, a music video, and it's gonna cost you $7,000 to make a movie.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes more.
Yeah, it could be tens.
Could be crazy, right?
Yeah.
In the art world, imagine if there was no money in the world. Like if money today, credit, everything, like all forms.
We're doing trade. We're trading with people then.
And instead of me give you paper value, I give you service value.
Yeah.
And now you use me and I use you equally, rather than we use this physical thing
monetary,
that could mean nothing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like everything costs something, right? But if nothing costs nothing, like we ultimately have the power over our money. If nothing costs anything, if everyone today, like world strike, everyone said everything's free, but you can't steal. You have to trade. You don't buy anything because these dollars don't mean anything.
Yeah, I just feel like the only problem with that is there's gonna be a whole lot of like dick sucking.
Oh yeah.
People like, hey man, I don't know how to do shit except suck that dick.
Yeah, you're right. People would get over. People would for sure get over. You know,
man.
it's that there is always gonna be a sacrifice. I think when currencies change.
And I ain't got no
no skills.
valuables or semen because I just been letting people suck my dick all day.
Yeah, the world would definitely take advantage of sexual favors. But hey, I mean, like, what's the difference between dick sucking, ass kissing, fucking all that, and some form, not all forms. Trigger warning, not all forms, but sex work as well.
Yeah.
I think sex work is powerful. Very powerful, but there are limits to how you exploit yourself that become
oppressive.
Now it's oppressive. Like some people use sex work as total liberation. Like, I wish I could do some of the things people do, and they are not even selling sex, but they're selling us another level of themselves. This is my work, and I'm proud to do it. I receive spiritual fulfillment from doing this. The same way people receive spiritual fulfillment for planting trees or gardening or whatever, but they get paid to do it.
We out here, bro. There's like two ferns in here.
Right, two ferns out here, 2 peas in a pod.
Okay, so 2 questions right here. We'll go ahead so we can get to
I know, right?
questions. But
topics is just
doesn't look like 2 ferns in this motherfucker.
Oh man, right?
Yeah. But would you ever do porno?
Probably not, realistically.
Yeah, realistically.
I thought about it. In a perfect world, hell yeah. But realistically, knowing my sexual self,
nah. I'm trying, bro.
I wouldn't get much out of it.
Bro, I'd get in hella shape, bro, because I have one video.
Sex is mad cardio.
I have one video, and I was in hella good shape when I was playing baseball and shit in college, bro. Bro, I look back at it still to this day, and I'm like, bro, I was fucking a beast. Yeah! I can't put it out because the girl don't want to put it out. But
and blur her face like the Asian
Nah,
video.
I'm not doing that. Bro, with all this shit, bro, like, nah.
Yeah.
But, I just got to pay someone to do it, bro. Like, I just go fucking ham, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway, but talk about a little bit, just like about your past a little bit. Like, bro, like the slide house, bro. You slid into my house. Did you like my house, bro? Or my dad's house?
I love your house. You have a perfect house for the artist side of the slide house. There are certain environments that just breathe creative energy, and the slide house was like that. For those of you that don't know, the slide house was an era of time from about 2011 all the way until about 2016, and pretty much a mad collective of artists and brothers, a real brotherhood grew between about like 20 dudes, and we made crazy music, and we were really, in my opinion, running the scene for a while. And we were doing shows, and we had merch, and it was really lit. People went in different artistic directions, so things naturally, as most groups and collectives do, they kind of wilt off. But the bond is still there. But the artistry, everyone kind of like, okay, I want to do this kind of music. I want to do this kind of music. You know what I mean? So the art vision went in different directions, but not everybody, but most of the people are still tight. You know what I'm saying? So the slide house is dope.
It's just not. It just doesn't just make sense. It's not practical. You know what I mean? Like how it was back in the day. Cause you guys had time, resources.
It was ideal.
Everybody's chilling at the house. Now you got a house.
7 bedrooms. Everybody's making art in 4 of them. Like, I'm gonna go lay this verse in homie's room upstairs.
saying that, you talking going back into what we're talking about earlier and shit, I would love, that would be like my one thing, is to create an environment for artists to all come through. Hey, we got all the t-shirt things you want. We got all the fucking, we can make, you know, screen printing, animation. We got like a Rob Dyrdek fantasy book more closer for rap and artists, you know what I mean, of all kinds on every meme, you know what I mean, or whatever, you know, and we call it fucking whatever Andy Warhol called his shit, the workshop or factory. Like, I could make a new factory.
Yeah,
nigga,
that's
you know
tight though, and it gives you the connotation of.
And then whenever I got like
ideas.
Yeah, and then I just tell like Kanye this shit and be like, all right, nigga, I got this idea, nigga. All right, so all my creators, nigga,
I need 12 million.
Make me Jesus Walks, nigga.
Yeah. For real. God damn.
I pay rent in this bitch.
I pay rent.
That's
Make me another hit.
No,
I command it.
I keep laughing, that'd be so tight. No, the real one would be just to have like a studio above a bar. That'd be like that'd be the ideal thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's big.
Yeah, because then we wouldn't even have nobody, like we wouldn't even advertise it like, oh,
pays rent by itself. So
yeah.
You got the money maker downstairs that invests into the art upstairs.
What makes the studio just like, oh, cool, we just chilling. You know what I mean? Like we don't have to worry about like nothing. We just worry about that.
No, I definitely think spaces are important, like just like locations, but the inside of that location has to be a certain layout, a certain vibe, because it takes like, you got 4 walls, and there's a blueprint to how this building is laid out, and you walk in, and then you have the mental job of whoever your visual team is, like, okay, let's put this art here, let's put this tables here, let's make this a space, like a vibe. You walk in and you want to create, like, yo, this feels clean, this feels like I can flow here, and you know, professional, you know what I'm saying? Like your space is like that. Like you walk in like, oh, I can work in this room. You know, I can work here.
That's the vibe I want to give off.
That's the same way we were. Like, I need, well, at least me, like I need a vibe. I need organization, so I can sit down and feel like I'm doing something.
Are you weird? Like when I like work, I have to have like utter like quiet. Like it has to be quiet.
It depends on the mood.
I can't be like, if there's a busy house, like I can see like having that workspace. Yeah. If I can at least close the door and kind of vibe or whatever. Because sometimes I get like irritated, bro. And I'm like, hey, shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah, I can't record. I'm very picky. Like,
and I'm not even trying to be mean. I'm just like, no, for real, bro. I got something that I really need to get out right now.
Yeah. No, I just had a situation the other day, yesterday. I was at a studio and we were trying to lay something down. And man, it was like a really rough, slow process, like just roadblock after roadblock. And I was like, yo, this is messing up the zone. Like I'm in the zone, want to record, and you're stopping the recording and things are going down. I'm like, dang. So in regards to having a quiet space, I think it depends on where I'm at. Like I used to literally wait till everybody went to sleep. Go in the garage. I got everything to myself. And I'd be up all night because that's the only time the house is quiet. If I need to do a song,
quiet, bro.
Like everyone's using the mics. I can't get everyone's yelling. There's music playing in every room. Like the mic's picking it all up. So
usually it's for me like it's like if I'm creating and I'm just throwing shit together, just like sitting there and seeing what's up, it don't matter. But if I'm like making a final thing or something, like I'm like, shut the fuck up.
It's gotta be perfect. It's gotta be perfect. You know. Sometimes I do rough tracks at my house just to get them out so I can take it to the studio. Like this is the idea. Let's create it, because I have the comfort at my house to do all the weird shit, experiment,
chisel it up,
get it right. Like, okay, maybe if I try this.
We got the same kind of process. Cause I do that too.
I can't do certain things around other people.
See, I got mic and shit here, but like I really just record here, practice, listen to myself, and then go over to dialects and like, all right, let's record that shit.
I was watching a Missy Elliott interview on Sway in the Morning, and she was saying when she was working with Timbaland, I think till this day, I'm not sure, but she was saying most of her art, most of the music you hear from her, most of her hits, she did not record in front of anybody. She had to go into a other room, do all her shit, and then come out, and then everyone would hear it. Like she had to go by herself, record herself.
A lot of people,
and then go show Timbaland, and then they say, "No, that's not the one. Go back and check." And then like I was like, "Yo, I respect that," because who would have thought she's so outgoing on her music?
But you know, a lot of people,
the most creative shit that's like weird. Nobody wants to do that in front of somebody. Have them judge them sitting there like, "This ain't their take, bro."
Yeah. I practiced though. I practiced that, so like now that I'm cool. Let me see the time real quick.
For sure.
You might be cool. Oh, nigga, we good, bro. Look at that. Nigga, I don't know. Do you want to direct it anyway? We got like 8 minutes, bro.
For sure. 8 minutes is a good 8 minutes. Shit, I'm always down to talk about like future moves, but then again, I low-key be wanting to move in silence. You know, like, I don't want to talk about nothing I'm working on. But then it's also promo, and I gotta promote. Promotion is everything.
Well, I'll talk about what in the future. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually gonna buy some kazoos here soon. Did I tell you about that?
You did, yeah.
Yeah, and I want to put some put a Harmon Warhol, and I'm gonna start trying to sell those. You know what I mean? I looked up some fucking kazoos. some ones that I like that I want to actually put my name on and throw out. So I think that'd be cool as fuck. And then not plastic ones. I want to start getting like, because like my brand is gonna be like, hey, it's gonna be a little extra that it's not gonna be no fucking like pay $1 get a kazoo. It's gonna be like $5 or $10 to get this kazoo, but it's gonna be a quality ass kazoo.
And it's rare, limited edition type shit.
Yeah,
you know
what I might not only come with some. I might think $5 might be fair, but I don't know. $5 seems fair to get a kazoo and people fuck with it, put my name on it, get my name out. But
Heck yeah.
I think that's a good ass idea, and that's my own thing because I'm fucking with kazoos and shit. Put that part of my brand.
That's so rare, bro. Like I'm telling you, like you're definitely building a unique system here, and that's what pops for me. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's why No Jumper got so popular, because like they're just dudes doing a podcast in a freaking office with no art, no nothing. Like, so why is this different than all the other shows, all the Sway in the Mornings, all the Big Boys neighborhoods? Like, what makes this so different? And I feel like it's because no one's seen a European-looking figure with tattoos everywhere who's hip-hop conscious and is still himself. He's got all the rappers on it. Like, it's not normal.
He was consistent.
It's not culturally normal, and he's consistent. So people saw this and like, what? This goes together? Oh, it's different. I'm gonna watch this rather than seeing what you think you're expecting. It's very unique. So I think the kazoos pop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you want to print them too, like hit me up. We can fuck around and make some crazy designs. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up if you guys got ideas. You want to print some shit, shirts or whatever.
Leave anything in the comments. I mean, I was thinking about just like putting THWS, you know, the Harmon Warhol Show.
Ooh,
you know what I mean? Just putting like that, and then like, you know what I mean? And people will fuck. I think people will fuck. I'm gonna get like 100 of them or something. You know what I mean? It's not, I got an idea. But
people like limited edition shit, collectibles, and like memorabilia.
Yeah, everything will be pretty much like that.
You know, people could keep this kazoo for years because no one makes kazoos. It's rare. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, unless you go to like, you know, some kind of like antique shop or even like a big music festival. Like if someone has at Burning Man, you're probably gonna see somebody hand out kazoos. Like they're so random, you know. But this is rare.
There's
Community.
Some like pretty good kazoos out there. I know people are gonna be like, I could go on Amazon and get my own kazoo. Fuck you.
But I don't feel like
support the podcast.
Support the podcast. Support local.
I just what happens if I get banned selling kazoos? It goes big.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. It's like I feel like the consumer world, the artist mind is different. I feel like the creator mind is different. Like we think about things on a basis like I'm a producer, I'm a creator. So when we get shit, we're like, oh, I could go make this myself. But I think the consumer mind thinks differently.
I hate my mind like this.
The customer mind, you know, they're like, I'll buy it.
Well, yeah,
I'll buy it.
I'm the only thing of my brain of what's customer minded is because I'm like hella brand loyal to certain things, bro. Like you don't even see like I don't hate on Adidas, bro, but you'll never see me in Adidas.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah,
I'm hella brand loyal. My fucking teachers and people were like, people trip out. They're like, I'm like, I stick to a fucking brand. Like I always wear Levi black jeans.
Yeah, yeah.
When I get pretty much or whatever.
And that goes back into
joggers.
like just natural branding, like just your personality. You know, you have it, like...
Yeah, I just do this. I'm geriatric as fuck, bro.
I feel that.
I like the same thing, you know what I mean? And different, certain, unique to me, or it's something hella basic, but I just really like it, you know what I mean?
Consistency, though, you know?
Yeah. What about you for the future things, or whatever you say about the screen printing and, like, the other graphics?
Man, I think the biggest move for me
but
now...
you already did your own, like, graphics and shit for art and everything, you know what I mean? And then you paint and everything, so you're pretty... You get to all means and shit.
I think outside of the visual stuff, lately I've been into like the digital side and wanting to transfer designs, not just for myself, but for other artists to objects and apparel, like shoes and shirts and hats and cups and anything you can think of. Like, so that's where I've been because coming out of working on Resurrection, I was like, man, I want merch for this album. People were like, I would wear this design on a shirt. I was like, oh, I'll print shirts. So I hit up people about shirts. And the prices were not what I wanted. So I was like, I'll just make my own shirts. So me and my mom launched this little thing, and that's kind of where I'm going in this direction as far as like entrepreneurship goes. There's a lot of other things, but I don't want to speak on everything. But this is like promo for people that want to know about it. Like, you know, so
fuck with it.
Outside of the art, it's like, okay, I'm working on my music, and now I can print my own shit, so now I can have merch. So it kind of worked out. Because before I was going to stressing over trying to find other people to do it for me, and I couldn't do it. I was like, oh man, I'm never gonna be able to print these shirts. Like, was like, I want to make sure this is never gonna work.
Yeah, it's just, to me, I got so many ideas. I just want to stick to one idea. Bro.
That's important.
That's the hardest part for me.
That's so important.
Like, people are like, why don't you? I need to make a shirt, but I'm like, bro, I have like a million different ideas for a shirt, bro. Where I'm like, what's gonna be my first shirt, bro?
Yeah. Like sometimes you can't even start. You're just like,
Yeah, bro.
OCD stressing out.
I want to see people walking around that shirt and they're like, I don't even want that nigga wearing that shirt, but that's the only shirt they have of you. And
yeah,
shit. Like,
I feel you. Yeah, I made hella designs for Quasi Can too, and like we only printed one because it was just the most easy to print. And I was like, but I like these. I was like, but I can't do these yet because I'm not Nike level. I can make crazy shit on the side of the sleeves, fucking like, all types of different print designs. Like you need special shit for that. It's like, so it is what it is. Fucking artist mind. I always wanted to do some shit.
Yeah.
Can't never sit still.
I can't, bro. That's another thing when I always usually like with it, usually end the podcast with too is just like make time for yourself. You know what I mean? Like how you did, like, after that good energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you just gotta make time for yourself. You know what I mean?
That's important.
To get your head straight, don't run yourself ragged. You know, I always say that shit all the time at like a lot of podcasts lately, but that's been like the best thing for me. Like, my dad's here and like we're kicking it, and like he lets me know, like that's why I don't stress on the podcast too much. Like I always stay consistent pretty much, but like sometimes if it's gonna run me ragged, I just step away, bro, because it kind of ends up fucking me. Because I'm like, I was pretty consistent, but then my dad's like, yo, you should probably slow down, and I'm like, no, I gotta get this done. And the next thing you know, I'm just like feeling like,
and then your content takes a hit too.
I get all salty about that.
It takes artistic maturity to know when to step back, though. So I don't think a lot of people know yet, or they haven't been creating long enough to know their limit. Like it's like when it's like your tolerance for your art. Like we create, and it's kind of a high. Like we get so excited, it makes us feel good, and then you do it so much, and then like you kind of, it's like, I don't know, it's a bad comparison, but like I look at it kind of like your tolerance, like alcohol in a way. Like you take a couple of shots and you feel really good and you're like, yeah, let's fucking go, and then you one shot too much and you're fucking turned, and like you don't know your limit and you're blacked out. It's a bad example, but I kind of look at it that way too.
I feel you on that.
If I go too hard on my art too, I'm like, all right, I just made hella songs today and I want to make more, but if I keep going, I don't even have the energy to do the songs, but my artistic mind wants to do them. But my body's gonna perform them shitty, so I might as well wait.
You got it.
And make better art.
Yeah.
It's,
And it's like, fuck it, I already came up with the idea of how to act and portray the energy on the song. So let me get some rest on it. You know what I mean? And then come back to it with a fresh and start from there.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to get it out because sometimes like I'll forget, nigga.
Oh, I know, yeah, for real. Especially on songs with harmonies, because I've been into like singing more lately and like the R&B vibe, and the cool part about making songs with melodic, catchy parts is like remembering the notes. Unless you're a real songwriter and you got like fucking sheet music and shit, but most of the time shit comes from freestyles and it's all here. Like, so I'll record it on my phone, freestyle it or whatever, and then when I'm ready to record it or even write the verse, I'll write over the melody, because sometimes you forget the melody and you'll be like, damn, what was the harmony again? And you're just fishing around in your head. So
yeah, exactly. Because sometimes, you have it written down, I'm like, I don't even know how I said this.
I forgot the cadence.
Now that you mentioned that, I got something. But anyway, this camera just went out. So, that's the podcast. Anything else you want to promote or say or anything? Catch your Mad Spill on Instagram.
I'm DJing. I'm back again DJing. I've been doing it, but hit me up if you got some parties. If you want to do, whatever. I do gigs, but lately I've been trying to do parties because they're fun, But yeah, weddings, fucking whatever. Bro, I DJ. So hit me up on DJing. New music coming, you know what I'm saying? I got a new little studio home, so I can record my shit for free now, which speeds up the process. We don't have to, do all that extra shit. Gets expensive.
All right. Lovers, listeners, friends, thank you.
You have fucking Yuck Nasty throw some like explosion. Gunshot emoji.
What your friends ain't about me. Wonder why they all hate. Say your ex nigga, he can catch my bitch out, yeah. Wonder why they cheese grading. Cheesy ass niggas need to relay, yeah. I don't give a goddamn if you coming from my city. You should hit up my fam for real. Why you still been smoking grams? I wonder why you still smoking shine for real. I wonder why you ain't earning your real. I wonder why you niggas don't know what's the deal. I've been super trill. Wonder why I'm dropping all these tracks like for real. Hey, they come spill, whoa. Your girl wanna know what's the deal. I drill. Wonder why she all in my life. I wonder why she you hit my DMs all the time. I know. I wonder why you lying. I wonder why your baby mama crying still. Wonder why your friends fake. I don't really care what your friends say about me. No. Wonder why they all hate. I wonder, look. I wonder why you curious. Wonder if my state game serious. Come find out. Wonder why you peeping this. I wonder if you smoking on them cookies. Ain't no Girl Scout. I've been super loud, smoking on them clouds. I've been doing pounds on pounds. I ain't talking weight, but it's round after round. Shawty wanna see about my shape, yeah, I'm round. I wonder why you still here. I wonder if the message, baby, still clear. I wonder if you text her back, like I wonder if you wanna pack, yeah. I wonder why you traveling. I wonder if you coming back again. I've been in the city, I ain't really left the pack again. If you want a suitcase, I can really pack your friends, shout it. Whoa. Wait, hold up. I don't give a fuck what your ex think about me, no. Hey, hold up. Bounce, cook, wrist like this. Move your wrist like this. If I come back clean, she gon' reel it like a fish. If I pull it up hot, I'ma do it how I want it. If she really wanna talk, I might have to hit the drop. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, put your hands up. Yeah, I know my shit hot. Yeah, you frontin' on me now. Yeah, I got the streets poppin'. Yeah, I got her coming out of Stockton. Yeah, I know my shit hot. Yeah, you frontin' on me now. Yeah, right? I got the streets poppin'. Yeah, I'm coming out of Stockton. Straight facts is the only rap I can get with. Lay back, but that's how I like my shit. Make tracks just to put the passion that I feel. Count stacks to my family straight, dog, I gotta get it. Straight facts is the only rap I can get with. Lay back, but that's how I like my shit. Make tracks just to put the passion that I feel. Count stacks to my family straight, dog, I gotta get it. Oh, I gotta get it. If you got a kid, right now, I gotta get it. If you got a family, right now, you gotta get it. If you give a fuck about yourself, you gotta get it. What? So give me that. Yeah, head bob, so give me that shit. Yo, head bob, so give me that shit. Alright, yeah, so give me that shit. I know my shit, huh? We gonna chill out for a minute. You're frontin' on me now. You're frontin' on me now, cause I got the streets poppin'. Yeah, I'm coming out of Stockton.